So Thomas, how's the week been? A rare, clear week. I guess you can't get used to many more of those.
Yeah, I think we have one more. We have one more to go, and we're enjoying it because we have the possibility to try exercises, new exercises, to train high intensity, to train with a full group together. Nobody that is in the recovery training or something like it's nice, and it's necessary for us to develop our identity and find our identity and to develop our strengths. It's good for us that it's like this, and we're enjoying it.
And just how impressed were you with Ruben Loftus-Cheek last week at wing back and also in midfield later?
Very much, very much. He knows it, and with Ruben, it's always like, to be very honest, I always struggle to tell him how good it was, because I'm always in fear that he will drop 1 little percent in the next game. So I feel that he needs the support, and he needs also to feel the love of everybody around him. So he needs a lot of support, but at the same time he needs also to be pushed, because sometimes he struggles to show everybody how strong he is. He can manage to play games where nobody in the stadium sees it, how strong he is. And I was so happy that he finally, in pre-season and now in the last 2 matches, and especially of course in the 90 minutes against Tottenham, he proved it to everybody. So now the next step is not to get lost in too much applause and positive feedback, not to get lost in overthinking, but just to do it again. This is the next step, and by doing again, I mean in Leeds, just do it again, please, Ruben, do it again. And this is where we need to encourage him and show him also the way how to do this, because this is the next step for him.
We've seen him excel in different positions. Will that flexibility help him and also you this season?
Yeah, it helps him, clear, yes. I think this is nothing new for him, that people struggle to identify clearly a position for him. He has so many talents, he has so many weapons, sorry for the word, in his game, so many skills, that he can play several positions. At the moment, on this half position, sometimes wing back on the side of the match, it helps him. I have the feeling a little bit to know where the pressure comes from, and to play with a bit more confidence in his dribblings and in 1-against-1s, in accelerations, because this is what we want, that he plays with freedom and with the confidence also in offensive actions, and it's good at the moment, very good.
Which brings us nicely onto a certain Reece James. Having a fully fit Reece available again, providing goals, assists, the crosses that we saw at the weekend, defensive stability. It's like having 2 players, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, at some point last season I made the joke that we normally hoped for 2 Reece James, 1 in the back 3 and 1 in the wing back, but he's good, and he is always also a little bit like Ruben. He needs the love and the appreciation and the positive feedback and support from us, but he needs also a push constantly. And he gets better when the challenge is, when the going gets tough. Then he becomes better, and then he steps up. And this is the next step for him, to find this gear from itself. Am I surprised? No, I know what he can deliver. I see it on a daily basis, but to deliver it over 90 minutes now in the last 2 matches is also a step, because this is what it is. Nobody's doubting his skills, nobody's doubting his potential. It's about delivering in a match with focused, and keep the focus level up, keep the concentration level up, and doing it to a level of being totally exhausted. These are the next steps for Reece, and he's in a very good way. He was very strong.
Finally then, Thomas, coming full circle, I know you spoke last week about how pleased you were with the passion that you saw against Tottenham. Are you expecting something similar this weekend?
We have to match the passion from Leeds. This is for me absolutely sure. This is a very passionate club, very passionate stadium, emotional crowd, and they play in a very high intense game of pressing, counter-pressing, pressing and counter-pressing. So if we don't match, in my opinion, we cannot go there and just play totally calm. At some point, we need to accept the emotions, we need to accept the intensity and passion of the game and match it. Then it's also very important to keep a calm head and to understand where the spaces are, where the open spaces are, because there are open spaces in any match, but they're only for some seconds, because they have this huge amount of physical input that they put in every game. So we know what's coming, and we need a good mix of matching the passion but also playing with a cool head.